So this morning, White House Communications Director Anthony Scaramucci called into CNN and had a complete meltdown. What triggered the situation was last night when Scaramucci threw a fit that his financial disclosure form, which by the way is a public document, was leaked to Politico. He tweeted that he would contact the FBI because the disclosure of the form was a felony. It's not. New York reporter Ryan Leza then confirmed that Scaramucci was in fact calling for an FBI investigation of the White House Chief of Staff. Leza called to CNN this morning to discuss his reporting, and everything seemed normal until he was interrupted in the middle of his interview by Scaramucci, who frantically called on the other line. Take a look at this clip.
Scaramucci has not been, shy in telling people privately that over the last, month since he was offered the job of public liaison and then moved to sell his, divest of all his assets that created a conflict of interest, and then he wasn't actually brought into the White House for that job.
Yeah,
so
Ryan,
he was sort of left in limbo.
Ryan, so sorry to interrupt you right now. If you would stand by for a second, that would be great, because we actually have Anthony Scaramucci on the phone.
Right. So let's get him. White House Communications Director Anthony Scaramucci joins us this morning. Anthony Scaramucci, can you hear us?
Is Ryan still there? Yeah. So when I was speaking to you last night, Ryan, I said it was unpatriotic that you weren't telling me who the leakers were. I was on a plane landing in New York. I have to go visit my mom, and so you may have caught it the wrong way. I was teasing you, and it was sarcastic. It was one Italian to another. It wasn't me trying to get you to say, if you could give me some sense for where they are, because I have a responsibility to the President of the United States.
Anthony?
When you said you didn't, I totally respect your journalism and your integrity.
Now, the only reason Scaramucci was even on the phone was because the paranoid president made him pick up the phone and call in to put an end to the discussion. Writer Yashar Ali gives us a play-by-play on Twitter. He tweets, Ryan Leza was on CNN talking about Scaramucci, then Scaramucci calls in, and now Scaramucci is talking to Leza on the phone. Jesus. He follows up with, now Scaramucci is reading a statement from the president. He says the president told him if Chris Cuomo is nice to him, he'll let him come back on. Instead of running our nation like he's supposed to do, Trump is throwing a tantrum and forcing the White House Communications Director to call in to defend him and to completely disrupt CNN's segment because he feels threatened by the media outlet. If you find that absolutely bizarre and fake, Philip Rucker actually got confirmation that Trump authorized Scaramucci to call in. He tweets, I just asked Scaramucci whether Trump authorized him going into CNN to talk leaks and Priebus. He did, yes, Scaramucci replied. How would have Trump known about CNN discussing leaks on their segment? In this case, authorized means that Trump was watching CNN and then proceeded to blow up over something he didn't like and then demanded that Scaramucci call in to straighten things out. This is the man who is supposed to be leading our nation, but instead he's spending his time watching TV, eating bonbons, and then telling government employees paid by you, the American taxpayer, to call CNN and defend his disastrous administration because his ego is hurt. Aw. Donald Trump cares more about how he's perceived in the media than he cares about anything else in the world. I can guarantee that Trump could list at least 3 times as many cable news commentators than world leaders. Let's face it, if Trump was any more thin-skinned, he'd be transparent. I'm Zara Shaddy, and this is Content.News, your destination for news that's always real.